Hi, it is the Human Operating System time. This channel is for education and technology only. So after I have shared the video on Tansao, many Wing Chuners friends messages me asking me to share on bong. So today I'm going to share with you on the bong of the 1850s. So the first thing we need to know is that be Tan, folk or bong, these are all technology. These are techniques within the technology. So it needs to be understood properly. Or another way to look at it is like, this is a tools. So we need to know what this tool is about. Like for example, we have plier, we have screwdriver, we have hammer, we have cutter, we have all sorts of tools. And these tools have its purpose. Every individual has its purpose. And we need to know what is going on with that. So, if we go according to the 1850s Siu Lim Tao writing of the 1850s Wing Chun, we know that the bong and K, this is a couple. It is like the tan and folk. It is a couple. So, if you look at the Kunkrit of 1850 of Siu Lim Tao, it always say that bong we sit under the floor. Okay, bong we sit under the floor, and K guarding the heart area or the chest, or another word, the center line. So to illustrate that, bong is spinning, talking with the body, like this is the attack. It talking, okay, talking, and then it attack from here. It talk and attack. So this is what it means by under the floor. Okay, this is the opponent hand. My arm is under it. I talk or spin, and then I attack from under. Or if this is the arm, I can use this part. Okay, this upper arm part. I can grab this hand and then I torque my arm and my body. This is for joint handling. Okay, joint handling and so forth. Okay. So this is bong. Bong, we sit under the floor. We sit under the floor because this is a hand. This arm is higher than my hand, my arm. Okay, my bong arm. Or same thing. Opponent's arm is higher than my arm. Okay, so that's bong. Now, we're going to go through more details on this bong. It is not this simple, okay? There's more details which is we need to look into it, which is I'm going to go next after I introduce you to K. Now, K is the elbow in vertical elbow this way. Okay, sit in this chest area. Okay, so that's where I sit. This K is guarding the chest or the center line. Okay, so you have bong and you have the K. Now, let's look into the details, because knowing that is not good enough. We need to know, like the tools, what is this for? Okay, now, bong have its mechanics, have its directions of handling, have its axis of handling, and have its body weight handling. Okay? So we need to know all of this, otherwise we don't know what is bong. So the first thing we need to know is the bong body mechanics. The 1850s bong is at this level, okay? The shoulder not move up, but at this level. Okay, so it's bong like that, right? Either you can use this side, this part, or use this part. Okay, now the body mechanic is that this arm has to directly or really tightly link to my shoulder blade and to my entire body. Okay, and then this shoulder blade in this side, this is my right arm, my right side of shoulder blade is actually linked to my left shoulder blade, or synchronized with my the left shoulder blade. So this shoulder blade and this shoulder blade, they are synchronized, and this arm, shoulder, and the shoulder blade has to be one piece, and that actually link up with the entire core and leg. That is the body mechanics. 1850s bong never is like that. Why? Because this shoulder blade is out of the socket, out of the position, and this is breaking the connections on this arm to the entire core. This is very critical. Why? If you watch my other video on the folk sound, and then watch my other video on the body, the engine, where I sharing that the body conditioning of the ngõ and the white crane, they have this shaking the body and vibrating the shoulder conditioning or uniqueness. Now, that type of power generation is very, very powerful, where they shake the body and vibrate the shoulder blade. The entire body is one. Okay? A tools, which is the arm is not linked to the shoulder blade. The shoulder blade is not in the proper position. It's not going to be able to handle anybody's shot to you with those有心蹲感 in Fujian, or the shaking body and the vibrating shoulder type of power. You cannot take it. If your shoulder, you brought your bong this far, you take one of those, it's going to crack or damage or injure your shoulder blade area. Okay? This human biomechanics. While you know that the white crane and the ngõ, for example, the entire body is shake and the shoulder blade is vibrate. That means the entire one unit strength generations. And also, this got nothing to do with Tai Chi. Okay, different stuff. As if you watch my other video on the characteristics of the uniqueness of the Wing Chun body conditioning, the last video I made. So that has to be known. Okay, so the arm is turning, spinning, the body is taut with it. The entire thing is one piece. We are not Wing Chun 1850. It's not ngõ, it's not white crane from Fujian. That's why the Wing Chun do not do the shaking body, vibrating the shoulder blade type of power generations. Wing Chun is doing the snake slide, warm move with the torque. Okay? So we need to know this mechanics. Now, the second thing is we need to know the angle of using these tools. Say the opponent have two arms. This is a center line. Bong is used outside. Two arms outside of the arm, outside, okay, or outer gate, or side gate, over here. Okay, so it is this. It go in from here, is spinning or torquing from here. Okay, so this is say it's the right hand, left hand, and spin outside. That's what it is. You have to get close because Wing Chun is a sticking body short straight arm. Okay. Now, the axis of this spin of this bong is this way. It is not lean back. You lean back, you cannot spin that way. It is in the middle, center. The center axis is balanced or lean a little bit forward, depending on how you're going to use it, because this is dynamic momentum handling. Okay? And the body weight is in the front leg. Okay? So we go through the mechanics, the directions of handling, the axis, the body axis handling, and the body weight handling. Okay? So bong is from here, I enter from to here. Okay? With my body weight front, the entire body with the arm torquing. That is bong, and it's get out from here. Okay? Now, for the K body mechanics is same with the bong. Always, the arm has to link with the shoulder blade, and the right shoulder blade and the left shoulder blade have to synchronize or echo each other. You don't want to put one arm here and then you just move this one arm. No. It is the shoulder blade and the arm linked together, and it is the entire body linked. Okay? And so that if you do this way, the body is actually one piece. Okay? Now, if you look into the directions of handling, this is actually used, K is actually used in the middle to, to protect, to guard, or to attack the center line at the close range, where the bong is outside on this at the close range, K is at this range. So this elbow can be used as a strike or can be used as a guard. Okay? So for example, if somebody going to grab me, hug me in, want to take me down, hug me in, wrap my thing, the K is there to guard you. It's going to attack him, split him apart. That is what the K for. Okay? That is the angle to come in. So this is between two arms going in. This is on outside of the arm going in. Okay? Now, this thing is not just go straight. This is having a little bit spin here. The body is a little bit spin here. Okay? A little bit spin here. Okay? It's a little bit spin here. It is not straight like walk in. In Wing Chun, nothing walks straight, go straight line. In the bong, it spin. In the K, it spin. Okay? It has to have a little bit spin. Why? if you want to handle the momentum, you go direct, people shoot you from sideways, you're gone. But you always have the spin so that you'll be able to change, you'll be able to handle your momentum. Okay, so there's one thing. The second thing is the axis. The axis is slightly lean forward because this is a guarding, this is a strike. And if the opponent is in the takedown zone, you can go from here. Okay? So the axis is not always have to, like in the Tai Chi Pushan, they say you have to have 中定. You always like the vertical down. No, both in the bong and K is not the case. And in K, even you need to go down there where you move your front leg out. If people try to grab you, you use this K to guard yourself, to defend yourself, to attack, and so forth. So the axis is not straight. Okay? Now, the body weight, of course, is never in the back leg. It is in the front leg and the keeping adjust. And one have to be careful when we handle with body weight. If you stand with your weight on your heel area, you're not going to be able to thrust forward. If you stand with a ball of your feet, you can thrust forward. And if you stand with the ball of your feet, your butt is naturally tightened up so you can go up. You exhale, you shoot up. If you put your weight behind and you try to lift your anus and those things, you are just actually against the natural. So the guy who do the lifting anus when you exhale is not standing down there like you have to have 中定, center, and then lifting your anus and then exhale. It's not that. You just stand on put your weight on the ball of your feet and you zoom out. Okay? That's human nature. Don't get into all this internal, that. You look at the boxer guy, the Western boxing friend of us. Can they stand on their heel when they try to zoom in? Or the MMA friend, can they do that? No, they can't. That's against human nature. So this is the situations with biomechanics, directions handling, the axis handling, and the body weight handling. I hope that you see this, okay? It is never like the song, the song from Spain, the lovely song, Kiza, 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 perhaps this, perhaps that, and not be able to pinpoint what the heck is going on. This is tools. If it's a plier, it is a plier. If it's a hammer, it is a hammer. Better get to know exactly what it is. So, you can see bong is from outward. Pei is get into the center line. So, these are couple. One is from this way, one is spin from this way. Without K, when somebody hug you, what are you going to do? Sun punch? You can. The people are so close already. So, you need the tools of K. And when you're outside the door, do this. So this is a couple. It is like the tan is for this angle, the bong is for this angle, the fork is for this angle. You know bong is from this direction in, spin in. K is this direction, spin in. So you cover up, down, this direction, and this direction. This direction is bong, and this direction is Okay? See, all of this, you need details. This is tools, this is technology. And of course, this is just zooming up on one of the tools in the momentum play. The entire thing of fighting is about dynamic impulse momentum play. This is just a piece of it. If we don't know this, we don't know these basic tools, we cannot play the big game. We don't have tools to play with it, right? So for example, in this middle, here have two arms, I have two arms. I know he's going to come in to grab me. Many people love to do this. Well, I give it to him. He wants it, I take my center line. That's Wing Chun, right? Take the center line. If you're going down, I'm going down. Right? So I can be able to handle this angle. The angle come with me this way, and the angle come with me this way. Same thing. Now, without the K, it's hopeless. You have a gap there, which is a hole there in your technology that you are not covering. How is it supposed to make things work? Not to mention, as what I said just now about the axis, the body weight handling, the mechanics. Without that, how can it work? It cannot work. Okay? Not with the professional people, not with those technologists. It never worked with that. So it is, in the ancient, it is this precise of handling this. Every move, this precise and concise and accurate, they know what to do. They're training that way. And then they use this to play the big dynamic impulse momentum game. So it's not just a techniques, it is much more deeper into the technology. Okay? So I hope that for past a month, I have shown you the Ichi Kamyongma, where you can breathe deeply. If you do it properly, within 15 minutes you get it. The body of 1850 Wing Chun is the snake slide wall move and the twerking. The angle handling, like the tan and the fork, the bong, the direction, and the K directions, what these basic tools are doing, and the attack can from this angle 0 degree, 45 degree down, or go further, going 15 degree down to my feet. Okay, so in the past 1 month, I have been showing you this. This is 1850s Wing Chun. This is about technology. So I hope that you all see what Wing Chun is, 1850s. Again, I have no comments on what people do today, because my job is to present to you what happened, what exists there. Okay? So, right now, in the 2020, but today, traditional Chinese martial art is facing big challenge. Traditional Chinese martial arts, and thus Wing Chun is. We know 2 years ago, Xi Xiaodong have challenged the Tai Chi and Wing Chun. Well, in today's term, we know that there is what? There is impulse momentum play. Today, in the COVID-19 times, we face another thing, which is the recovery and strengthen the body domain stuff. Didn't the Chinese martial arts say that in one way we can strengthen the body, in another way we can fight or playing with momentum? Now you're faced with both. Okay? Now, so can the philosophy solve this problem? What traditional Chinese martial arts face? Namely the imposed momentum handling, and namely the recovery or strengthen the body. Can philosophy solve that issue? No, it can. You know it can. Can the name of style solve this issue? You also know it cannot. Do you know that this imposed momentum and the recovery is shared with MMA and modern the sports science? Of course we know that, right? So right now, the only solution for traditional Chinese martial art, including Wing Chun, to grow after 2020 is traditional Chinese martial art has to be mapped into sports science and sport medicine. Otherwise, we can talk about legends, hearsay, story, grandmaster, philosophy, Tao, Tai Chi. How is that equivalent with the sports science, with the physics, and with the medical science? How can you tell me that your training will benefit you in the imposed momentum handling? How can you tell me that whether that Qigong works or not to help you to increase your immune system? Because this is a COVID time. Well, you can, unless we can map it into the sports science and medicines. Well, so the solution is to mapping the ancient traditional Chinese martial arts into the sports science. Now, how many decades do you think if we start that today to get there, or mapping all these things? Where most of the people still in the style, in the Tao's philosophy, in this Tai Chi, in this Qi, in this fudging stuff. Why take decades? Well, the good news for Wing Chun 1850 is I have already done the homework for you guys. So it is in my book, Wing Chun Inception, and with the H model there, completely mapping the 1850s Wing Chun into sports science. So if you say that you have handling on this imposed momentum, well, check it, trace it, like with the UFC force tracker, which I showed in the other videos. How is your force generations compared with other people in the scientific way? If you say that you have this fudging, how is your fudging compared with the Western boxer? Our friend who is a Western boxer. How many fudging can you do per minute? How much force can you generate per minute? It is now based on the same standard reference of science. Now, if you say that you'll be able to handle, have the Qigong to handle this really superior fighting, which is a basic of the imposed momentum play, then show us the lactate threshold or the VO2 max. Use that as standard and look at how is our Olympic judo friends have their lactic threshold and their VO2 max. Is it more superior than that? How is it measured? Okay. Now you say, I have Qigong, I have recovered my body. Well, the same. Measure your heart rate. Can you handle it down? How is your heart rate variability? What is the effect of what you train into the measurements of heart rate variability? You say, I want to know Qigong meditation. Okay, drop your heart rate down. Can you do that? Check your SpO2. Also check your VO2 max. Can you do that? Well, so right now, with the Wing Chun Inceptions, with the H model, everything is open under the sun. If we say that in the 1850 Wing Chun we can do this, we will have to get the number out there. We can use the number to compare with our MMA friend, our yoga friends, our Western boxing friends. Then there is no hearsay, there is no story, there's no legend. That is fact, reality. So this is the issue now. The H model and the Wing Chun Inception is the solutions to break through this legends and philosophy, the chi and all kind of stuff, to get back to the reality. And only with the reality we can fly. Well, the ancient 1850s Wing Chun have all this thing. Don't we want to make use of it? Don't we want to get the result ASAP instead of guessing for entire life? So we have the solution for the 1850 Wing Chun. For other Wing Chun, I will not comment again. For 1850 Wing Chun, I have done the homework for you guys, so that with the Wing Chun Inceptions and the H model, you have the solution. And actually, I can share with you, many of our traditional Chinese martial art friends have worked with me using the template of the H model in the Wing Chun Inceptions, so that all of these friends, they can map their arts into the scientific sports science using the H model template, and overnight they be able to retrieve their ancient art. No longer I believe so, I think so, I guess so. No longer philosophy, Tai Chi, Wu Ji, Qi, Dao De Jing. No. Something real, with measurable, verifiable. Okay? So this is what I'd like to share with you today. Facing this Li Xiaotong type of challenge and facing the COVID-19, after 2020, this world is no longer be the same. That is for sure. Whether we have a future or not, the only way again is mapped into sports science. Now is the COVID-19 time. What is all those people do? Did they rely on your Chinese secret or the ancient Qi secret? No. They rely on science to save people's life, to avoid problem. It is nothing to do with, oh, my grandmaster passed this secret art to me. This is Qi, this is Fa Jing, this is the Taoist secret. When you have millions of people in the world today, we rely on the medical science to help us. That is reality, not those in the Kung Fu movie. We need to get it straight now. Otherwise, the entire thing can get wiped out overnight, because nobody is going to buy into it anymore after 2020. So this is to share with you today.